not close enough to get authority on it.
Again, another block, partly by Litchfield and partly by the net, but that can be pretty intimidating after a while.
You just hope she tires out real soon, but you doubt at this point of the season that she's going to be tired there at all.
That's a kill for Andrea Dedrick.
Dedrick from the outside, and here comes our substitutions, and maybe this might help answer Litchfield a little bit. Number 13, Laura Anliker into the game, the sophomore middle hitter. She's wearing number 13 tonight, but she did good enough over the weekend at the Portage invite to make the all-tournament team, and that's with teams like Richland Center and Portage, which is a perennial powerhouse there, so she was in pretty good company at that. There's Mizey getting the block on that one. She got Mellum to swing into her hands and back at him. Oh, the power tip by Anliker.
That caught Litchfield off guard.
Litchfield and Van Epps. Actually, it was 17 Masters and Van Epps miscommunicated because a nice power tip. She brought her hand forward with authority like she was going to hit it, but put the tip on. Kind of came half speed, but a nice power tip by Laura as the serve by Peckham goes long out. Senior night here tonight for River Valley, honoring Kate Peckham, Andrea Crook, Wendy Ederer, as well as manager Jessica Drzinski. She's got number 12 on down on the bench there, so gave her the seniors number 12 to wear tonight.
Didn't have as many names to announce as they have in recent years. As you can probably tell, River we're a pretty young team with mostly juniors and some sophomores.
Nope. Ederer to Bindl. Anliker. Oh, hammer smoke.
River Valley has come out to play tonight.
Wow, Laura Anliker just crushed that one. She had a good windup. Great set by Steph Bindl getting underneath the ball to put her right there. And Laura's, her eyes are still wide. She couldn't believe how nice that set was. Jennifer Lynn's into the game now to play the back row. She'll come in for Candace Mizey.
Police had a lot of velocity on that one herself.
Ederer gets up. Joust with number 20, Layla Gilmore. Oh, Anliker.
Try to catch him off guard again.
Yeah, she was out of position. She never got back off the net in the transition game. And Bindl went to her to tip it over rather than hitting Dedrick on the strong side. And tried to flip it backhand, but had never had control. Couldn't see the net or the court behind her. Oh, Anliker, nice going cut shot there.
Saved by Mellum.
Comes a slide. Another good hit by Anliker.
She's having a big effect here early. They need her.
Dedrick, strong side, power tip, and gets it down. Side out to River Valley. There's the sophomore tandem of Dedrick and Anliker. That's going to be a formidable line, and Dodgeville better get used to those names and those arms. 3-2 River Valley here in the early going to game one.
Saved by Dedrick. Set over by Bindl.
She really didn't have anything else to go with it. That pass was really tight. Oh, there's a nice one. Here comes Ederer.
Ooh, too much on that one.
She was cranked on that one. Oh, we're going to get a tip call from the ref, so point for River Valley.
Well, that would explain it. She was set up perfectly. Didn't think she'd overshoot it like that.
Yeah, she had a lot going into it. She had a great approach on a good swing, and ref called a touch on it, so point for River Valley, 4-2.
Bindl, just to Anliker.
It's a dump over the middle. Now number 21, Layla Gilmore, 5'10 sophomore. Anliker doesn't get much on that, but gets it deep.
Gilmore, no, that was Mellum, sorry. I even call that the tip as it went out of bounds.
We're going to get the touch there as Jennifer Lynch was covering in the short right side, the short weak side covering underneath, and just went off of her out of bounds. And we got a substitution. 25, Ashley Smith is out. And who's that bringing back in? Is that...
Nice hit by
man.
Anliker.
Wow, what a hit by Anliker over the double block and then off of 17, Georgia Masters.
Anliker knocking the cap off the ball right now.
That one went right up, hit right off the rafters and came shooting right back down. What power on that one. Andrea Crook in, Anliker out. That's the only problem about that is you can't keep Anliker in the front row all day long. That would be nice. Number 44, Sarah Litchfield is back in. Steph Bindl running far for that one. Dedrick from the back row. Nice drive, getting it over the net.
That was partly tipped by Peckham, I believe. And
off the net, yeah, they're going to get Kate Peckham on the tip, side out. I think that hit net and just kind of rolled off of there, but they're going to go with that. Number 21, Layla Gilmore going out. And number 4, Sarah Ganser back in, the back row specialist, 5'8" senior.
Dodgeville, a pretty tall team. Using that to their advantage so far, although Levi has a 4-2 lead.
Jennifer Lynn's going to Kate Peckham on the outside. Oh, running the
Litchfield.
Running the 2-5 split there. Ederer outside on the 5 set. Kate Peckham, or excuse me, Ederer on the inside, running the 2 set and making the blockers watch the hitters rather than where the set's going. Steph Bindl back to serve, side out, River Valley. Coach Rolke was telling me they ran some of that successfully. A 2-3 mix up against Prairie du Chien and smacked them down pretty good. So Point River Valley, they now lead by 3, their largest lead of the game at 5-2.
Oh, less communication on that one.
Litchfield just kind of stood there. Watch that, and Kathy Bramlett's seen enough. A 4-point lead for River Valley. They're stoked. Kathy Bramlett wants to settle this down here. A lot of emotion in the early game. But Litchfield just stood there. She watched the serve, kind of go over her shoulders, didn't communicate with her teammate ahead of her, the setter, and tried to set it as her teammate was scrambling back to cover the second hit, and out of position to even get it over the net. So trying to settle them down, saying, all right, girls, let's play our game.
Yeah, and that's what Rivervalley's going to need, a little help along the way. Maybe Dodge will beat themselves a little bit, but Rivervalley's playing right with them right now. They're up 6-2.
Well, what River Valley did here on Tuesday night is they went 1-2-3 against Prairie du Chien, something they haven't done. They came out fast and hard, ran their game, won the first one, won the second one, ran away with the third one, and cleaned out, which is great to do after a long trip to Prairie du Chien. You'll have nothing better than to get out of there in 3 games right away. And that gave them a lot of confidence, I think, coming into tonight's game. They're realizing, hey, they can play with these guys.
Yeah, a lot of it's just confidence. I mean, teams we've seen that are pretty much the best in the SWAL haven't looked too impressive, so Rivervalley can play with them. Ederer, power tip, and that's going to be in.
Tight set. Bindl didn't quite get that set far enough away from the net. It was pretty tight. Ederer just went up. Again, just a single block there. Really nothing strong coming from Dodgeville on that. Able to tip it through, get it to fall. In the middle, power tip there. Ederer, Bindl, nice run and get there. Meisey, off speed.
I caught him off guard again.
Got Aaron Van Epps, and you can see the frustration on the senior's face right there. That's hopefully that'll keep building, and if it does, River Valley's in good set. 8-2 now, 6-point lead.
Oh,
big hit, nobody there. Out of bounds, 9-2, River Valley, a 7-point lead. And Coach Rolke, Coach Kramer down there doing a little dance. Actually, Coach Mahoney, excuse me. Doing a little dance coming. Oh!
Right now, Dodgeville beating themselves, but River is playing excellent right now there.
The setters and the hitters just aren't connecting on what they want. The sets are a little too high, a little too low. And that's because the passes aren't there. Oh, Steph Bindl tried to rocket it in. Too much mustard, but they've got an 8-point lead, 10-2.
I believe they had 6 points off of Bindl serving.
Van Epps, oh, rocket serve.
Great dig by Peckham. Meisey overshoots the line.
Going long, just not able to get enough spin on the ball to drive it down. Needs to snap a wrist a little bit more on that one. But point for Dodgeville. And really at this stage, they just got to take it 1 point at a time. Another hard serve. That one's going over the net. And 45, I believe. April Schaaf, the 5'11" outside hitter, able to tip that one down. Ederer not able to get there. Really an overpass, what you need to do is you need to get somebody up there to challenge it. You don't want to give them an easy touch block on it.
Especially when they're that big.
Meisey goes line, puts it in, side out River Valley.
He's had razor sharp accuracy so far.
Nice job by Meisey. That time she got a wrist over the ball, snapped it down. falls in rather than going long by a foot or two. 10-4.
Nice set by serve by Ederer. That's and I'm gonna say it's in.
Oh, Litchfield found the back corner on that. Great shot by her. Again, Peckham not tall enough to contend with her. She just has her way. Swings in. Schaff goes out. Number 25. Ashley Smith comes in, the 5'3" senior. And so we're watching the freshmen play before this game. It's exactly what they do. Take out their height, put in their short people in the back row to play the specialist positions. Let them pass. There's the block by Litchfield again.
Litchfield's just going to make it hard by her presence. You know, after a while, it's hard to go up with the same authority if you know you're going against a girl 6'1".
There's obviously a glaring weakness on Litchfield's part. That one just kind of rolled off her thumbs for a set. Nothing there at all. Side out to River Valley. 10-5 is the score, and Anliker's back in the front row. And that's good news for Blackhawk fans everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to try and take Litchfield out of the game a little bit. Starting to dominate.
Nice float serve.
Oh, they couldn't use it. They would have had a chance.
Georgia Masters had to come off the court to get that one, and she poked it over the net on the angle. Meisey and Anliker not able to react to it. And you really need to watch those. You just hate for the cheap ones to fall in there like that. Number 4, Ganser out. Number 21, Gilmore in. And the Litchfield is serving in the back row. Ederer, a nice pass. Comes Dedrick. Bindl, nice job going back row to Ederer.
Ooh, try to put too much on.
She had a good swing, but she got it into it a little bit too far. She just didn't quite get her feet set. 10-6 now. River Valley leads. Dodgeville's cut 4 points into this lead. Here comes Meisey.
Over the top
speed,
again.
ball's in. Van Epps just sat there and watched it fall.
Meisey doesn't have the size, but she's been very effective early in this first game.
Coach Kathy Bramlett's letting Van Epps know what she did wrong, which basically she did nothing out there. She just stood, watched that one come right at her. Didn't make a play on it. She had good vision on it the whole way. 10-6, Linz to serve.
Mellum, power tip. Bindl to Anliker.
Anliker just had to poke that one over.
Ooh.
Gilmore went at it. She fell down there at the end. I don't know if she just put her feet together. I don't think she twisted anything, but Point River Valley, 11-6 now. Lead back up to 5. Another one, 2 in the net. That was Mellum there. Number 17, that's Georgia Masters. Her sets are just not there. And Coach Kathy Bramlett is wanting them to get fired up. She wants them to play with intensity. They're really flat looking right now. And it's really hard as a coach if your team doesn't come out ready to play, if they can't get themselves motivated. It's hard when you're down by 6 points and the other team is only 3 points away from taking the first game. It's hard to get them up, get them fired up.
I guess sometimes you're a superior team in the division. You just think that you can walk into a game and just win, you know, and you got to come to play and you got to make plays. You can't just stand around watching it go by. I'm not saying they're being complacent, but it doesn't look like they're giving their effort out there.
River Valley might be down in talent this year, but they're not down in heart. There's a lot of scrappers on that floor, and you let anybody come in and get some momentum, they'll take it for you. And River Valley able to do that, and now we talked about their youth and inexperience. Well, after 11 games in conference plus 3 tournaments that they've played already, hey, inexperience turns into senior experience at this time. This is what they walk into in the floor next fall as juniors and seniors, and they're ready to play.
Yeah, River Valley younger this year, but will be better the next couple of years. As you said, a lot of experience.
A lot of potential, a lot of good younger players coming up.
Oh, nice hill by.
And there's one of them, Andrea Dedrick, powers it down the line. And Litchfield is in there. I thought they would bring her out, but she's still playing in there.
Had no chance on that one. You can't short arm that.
She was real late, just took a fist out there. 13-6. Nice float serve.
Gilmore. Short on that one. River Valley is 1 point away from taking the first game, 14-6.
Anliker there at the net. Gilmore thought she'd be cute and just tip it over the top. Never got anything on it. Nice float serve, 2 in a row. With a chop off speed in the net. Bindl gets it out. Anliker drives it over. Oh, just long. Misses by 2 feet out the end.
Yeah, just 2 feet away from a victory here early on.
Again, a little bit more snap on the wrist. That one would have dropped down. She had good power on it, but hit it flat. Didn't get any spin on it. 6-14. Oh, nice serve by Georgia Masters.
A very animated ace dance they got down there. Almost as good as River Valley's.
Peckham not able to come up with that one. Good float serve. Oh, hard off
had
the
a lot
block.
on it. That was blocked.
Van Epps is 5-4 getting up for the block, and that one goes out long. Nothing there, so River Valley gets a chance. Game point attempt, number 2. Nice hard serve from Dedrick. Chip, nothing doing.
Make it.
And River Valley takes game number 1, 15-7.
Well,
We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. They include Cardinal IG, Community Bank, Jewel and Associates, Cardinal CG, Royal Bank, Kramer Brothers, Richland Limited, Don Larson Chevrolet, Arthur's, The Home News, Dennis Olson American Family Insurance, Spring Green Medical Center, the Spring Valley Inn, River Valley Mobile, the Round Barn, and Schluter's Construction. We'll be back with Game 2 of Dodgeville and River Valley in just a moment. Game 2, River Valley takes the first game 5-1 over the Dodgeville Dodgers. And as we get set, River Valley sends to the floor Steph Bindl, number 1, Andrea Crook, number 3, Andrea Dedrick, number 14, Candace Meising, number 4, Wendy Ederer, number 15, and Kate Peckham, number 2. And we'll set the floor for Dodgeville in just a moment as number 44, Sarah Litchfield, puts one up. Bindl, great save on the net.
Hit by Ederer.
Ederer hammer smokes that one off of number 17, Georgia Masters, I believe. Let's see, they send, who do they have out there? 45, April Shaw, 44, Sarah Litchfield, 17, Georgia Masters, number 12, Erin Van Epps, and number 4, Sarah Ganser. Out on the floor, same starting lineup. Is River Valley up a quick 2-0 here in game number 2.
Yeah, Dodgeville doesn't want to fall behind early again. They don't want to play from behind. They often a good team like them going to try and get it all back in one play, and that's not possible.
Ederer goes to tip after hammering the first one. Oh, and they're going to get Ederer tipping the net. She went up, tried to block a potential set over the net, and gets caught on it. So side out to Dodgeville. Dodgeville winning a 5-game thriller with Platteville on Tuesday night as River Valley went 3-0.
Well, that hurts right there.
Van Epps, a senior, hitting into it as a setter. My philosophy as a coach, your setter is your quarterback on the field, and as a senior, you never want to see them make a mistake on the floor. And in a game 2, hits a first serve opportunity in the net. Oh, Crook couldn't do much with that one coming right into her body.
Nearly got it. Kind of caught her unexpected. Well, that's a pretty good philosophy you got there.
45 out. That's Shaw. 25, Ashley Smith in. Senior back row specialist at 5'3". She gets served a nice serve. Crook. Oh, Peckham.
Oh, just
almost.
lands out.
Peckham was running a quick one set there, and the pass wasn't in time to make it a good set, so she was up. Made her hop, came back down, and then the set was there, so she just had to muscle it around. Meisy power tip.
You just have to laugh at a play like that.
Ederer, a good dig. Pulls it up and over. Dodgeville just not communicating. Several times they've had 2 players going for the ball at the same time. Peckham in the middle. Oh, and there they go. They got 44, Litchfield on the net. And there the single block goes back against her. She's trying to do it all. Anliker in. Doing her little dance of joy to get on the floor. She's really pumped up this game. You can just tell it. She's got a sparkle in her eye and a spring in her step. She's loving it. 2-1, River Valley.
Well, as you said, in between games here, at the end of the game, inexperience becomes experience when you're playing in tournaments and you've gotten your time. At the end of the season, you've already, almost like a senior, it seems,
Oh. Took Litchfield 3 times to get at that one. Coach Rolke up on the floor asking for in the net. Blocked it twice and swung at it once and finally got it to fall. And we'll see Ganser out and Layla Gilmore in. So wanted to see in the net call as Litchfield goes back to serve now. Making some comments off camera is that River Valley looks a lot better tonight than they have in previous meetings. As Lynn's in and Mizey out. But at this point in the season, you're playing your 12th conference game. You've been in 3 tournaments, and you're about ready. So your sophomores are growing up. You might as well call them juniors. Your juniors are now seniors. And your seniors, well, they've done it all. They're just ready to rock and roll. They'd like to go out with a bang. Ouch, Gilmore puts that one down.
That's also a sign of good coaching. When your team is peaking at the end of the year, that means that finally starting to get through to your team and they're following in on your philosophies.
Yep, they like to see that. Would be a great way if the River Valley can hold on, win out here. That would give them 2 in a row in conference, something they haven't done this year. And maybe a factor here is Dodgeville went 5 games with Platteville on Tuesday. River Valley went 3-0 with Prairie du Chien on Tuesday night. Call it early, get some Hardies, and get home from that trip to Prairie du Chien. And that might have something here. Andrea Dedrick back to serve, 2-1 River Valley.
Well, gee, Dodgeville looks like River Valley did against Platteville last week.
Oh, the good power tip by Masters off of that. River Valley caught flat-footed at the net, waiting for the set. Big hole in the middle. Masters exploited it perfectly. Smith out. Schaaf in. Schaaf, S-C-H-A-A-F.
This is Dodgeville player. Don't have to pay that much attention to it.
All right. Oh, Jennifer Lynch gets that one off her thumbs there. Shanks that one.
Hope I don't have to see that
score.
dance much tonight.
Yeah.
It's pretty creative, but it's going to get pretty old after a while if we allow that too much.
Well, River Valley, of course, must have watched Rambo or something like that here recently. Oh, the power tip is they get the stuff on Anliker.
Yeah, they were all wearing bandanas, camouflage bandanas.
Camouflage bandanas, and of course you notice the stars and stripes and blue socks that they've got on.
River Valley is trailing for the first time in the series.
Oh, Bindl coming back with a little bit of her own. Something you don't really see out of Steph Bindl, but I like to see it. A little attitude there that says, you pull the tip on me, I'll come right back and I'll pull it on you. She gets the dig out of bounds. I'll count that as a kill, but River Valley trailing for the first time tonight. 3-2 as Andrea Crook goes back to serve.
Nice placement on that one. Gilmore, dug by
Lynn's, nice job. And, off of Gilmore, Kate Peckham with the kill down the middle, 3-3. River Valley ties it back up. That all started with a great dig by Lynn's, though. You can see she got in underneath and she pulled her arms back just as the ball made contact to cushion it, get control on that hard hit.
Dug by Ederer. Shot to Peckham, a little off guard.
Pokes it deep in the middle. That's all right. Got to make Van Epps go deep to pass that one. Oh, Bindl getting up. Oh!
Gonna call a double hit. Looked like she got the block on that one.
We're going to call that. That was just a bad call. That was obviously a joust at the net by the 2 players. It came down to River Valley side, and then Bindl poked it up with the fist, but they call her for the carry, saying that she trapped it up against the tape. I don't buy that call at all.
Nice
Peckham on the outside.
Peckham.
Coming in the middle for Peckham now this time. Tip down. Oh, that was ugly. Ugly
Fadeaway
off
jumper.
the fingertips of Schaaf. Sorry, we'll get that here.
She caught a break on that one. Looked like a fadeaway jumper. It's not quite basketball season yet. Dedrick with a dig. Bindl set back to Dedrick. Nice dig.
Seems to be the Andrea Dedrick show here all of a sudden. Oh, there we go. Got it into 45 Schaaf that time. Ederer, I believe, with the kill. 3-4, Dodgeville leads here.
This is Rival's last home game, and he had that with Miss Rauke singing the national anthem there. Really pumped for this game.
If you missed the opening of this, make sure you buy a copy of this tape. Make checks payable to Dave Ronald, Plain, Wisconsin, or send it to the Home News in Spring Green. He'll get you a copy of this tape to see Lisa Rolke sing the national anthem.
Not to mention that it's senior night.
Ederer. Oh, wow. Hammer smoke. There we go.
You should go to the player and ask her if she's hungry, because she slammed that one in her face.
Wow. What a shot. Got that in on the double block there. Nice serve by Steph Bindl. Shot going hard. Ooh, answering back.
Well, I guess it wouldn't have been a good remark to say. Well, Van Epps, who looked kind of baffled on the power of the last 8 or hit serves.
Peckham with the tip. Oh, thank you, Miss Litchfield. Puts her hand up there, gets called for Terry. Side out. This has turned into one of these classic River Valley Dodgeville thrillers here. You've watched River Valley sports the last several years. You've seen several of these matches.
Dodgeville is a school that we love to hate.
And unfortunately, when it comes to volleyball, they put up. Oh, Dedrick puts it down. And River Valley back on top, 5-4.
They're hanging right with this team. Not intimidated in the least.
They didn't trail at all in the first game. Oh, that one's going to fall in. The shank pass by Ganser. And River Valley's back up on top by 2.
Well, if they get another ace here, they're probably going to call timeout. Oh, she had power on that one. Nearly dug by Candace Meisey.
Kate Peckham not able to get her hands. What you want to do is you want to break your wrist forward so you get a downward plane on the ball. She wasn't able to get her hands that way. It came off the side, careening towards the out of bounds. Candace Meisey not able to make a play on it. Side out to Dodgeville. Ashley Smith to serve. Bindl goes back.
Oh, off her back foot was Peckham.
No, they're going to call in the tape 4 hits. I think she was trying to go outside with that one to Meisey out there maybe. And Peckham reached up and grabbed it behind her. Oh!
Well, Dodgeville comes right back.
Outside up, there's your funky little dance. And, you know, I haven't seen it once yet, but I imagine it will probably do it at least one more time in this game. Dedrick getting caught on the shank. Oh, 2 bad passes by River Valley in a row there. That one, Crook, came off her arms funny. And 3 quick points for Dodgeville gives Coach Rolke reason enough to call timeout.
River now trails 7-6. Looked like they were going to run away with it like they did last time. They was close for a while, then really just poured it on.
Well, as we saw, 3 quick side outs by combined from both teams there. Power hits and tips over the net. And Dodgeville's taking advantage of poor passing now by River Valley on the serve. Getting the points back, and they lead 7-6. Dodgeville River Valley went from wire to wire on game 1 with the lead in the 8-point victory. That was their largest lead of the match at 8 points. And so far, Platteville's only been up by 1 here. In this game, River Valley up as many as 2 points. So Coach Rolke traditionally using as many seconds as she can out of her allotted 1 minute. April Smith to serve again. Excuse me, Ashley Smith. And the timeout works to perfection. Missed serve, side out. Anliker back in the game for Crook.
Well, Dodgeville was getting into a little bit of a rhythm there. It seemed that that can kill it really quick.
Yep. As a coach, that's what you want to have with a timeout. You want to get the other player, the serving team, to miss their serve. Not just get a side out, but you want them to miss their serve because of lack of concentration.
Point for River Valley.
The overpass, Anliker there, intimidating with the block, and Masters not able to come up with it out of the net. Tied up, 7-7.
set. Nice serve by Peckham. That's going to be an ace.
Oh, the
Into
shank.
crowd.
The shank by Mellum. Stood pretty much flat-footed, stuck her arms off, went off her wrist. Masters not able to chase it down. She puts it up into the bleachers. 8-7 River Valley. Again, the seesaw of momentum coming into play.
Peckham over 3 people. That was 4 hits.
Just couldn't quite get it. Ederer and Peckham going at it, ran into each other. Not able to get any momentum on the ball towards the net. River Valley did a nice job getting it close. Ganser goes out. Gilmore comes in. So Gilmore, Mellum, and Masters in the front row here. Litchfield back to serve. Ederer in the back row. Ooh!
Wow, she would have tried to decapitate somebody or so what? I don't know.
She wound up on that one there. I thought she mistook the yellow line from the side volleyball courts as a 10-foot line. But did a nice job. Mizey there.
Nice placement yet again.
And on the net is Dodgeville, number 24, Mellum, in the net. So Mizey does her job, and then she goes out. Jennifer Lynn's in to serve.
Well, as you said, it's just a seesaw battle back and forth. No team really able to gain control, complete control anyways.
Tied up at 8 here. Midway through the second game.
Lynn's. Gilmore tip. She got it.
She got a lot of angle on that tip. Stephanie Bindl not able to come up that far to extend out and punch it up in the air. Side out. This Masters goes back to serve. Hayter doing a nice job getting that one up in the air. Oh, and then the hole. Gilmore just laid it over with her back to the court. Just one lazy that fell right in the middle there. Jennifer Lynn's trying to come in on coverage of that, not able to make up the ground in time. 9-8 Dodgeville.
Peckham digs it out. Bindl sets it a little too much on that one for Dedrick.
And call the touch on that one. Oh. Anliker with the block.
River Valley caught a break on that
Side out River Valley. Boy, she just had the little tip. She was turned sideways to the net, got it to stay in bounds. So Dodgeville played it. Overpass came back. She had regained control and court savvy enough to get back on the net. Nice job by Laura to get the side out. Off speed. Oh, miscommunication there.
Haven't seen much of Litchfield in this game.
And let's put that one on Steph Bindl, not calling that she was out. As a setter, again, the quarterback, you got to dominate the conversation. Tell your teammates that she's out. Somebody else has to step in and make that play. As a hitter, you're conditioned to never go for the second ball because that's the setters, unless they're out, and then you got to react to it. It's kind of unnatural. They got to go.
Peckham just tries to get it over. Out to Litchfield. Set to Gilmore. Dug by Dedrick. Ederer try to tip it.
No, those are tough to get. That's coming from over her back shoulder. She's making a good approach. It was a good pass, or a good set, good bump set there. But she saw the two blockers, didn't know where she wanted to go with it there. Ederer rolls that one down the line.
You just see Ederer is ready to unload again.
That was
timeout River Valley.
Looking at number 45, but that's April Schaff there. Timeout River Valley as Dodgeville's got their biggest lead in the entire match of 11-8. April Schaff put that one down there, right over the head of Jennifer Lynn. She was coming up to make the play on it, and got up just maybe a step too tight to make a play on the ball right over the top of her head, and before the back line player could get to it.
The fans seeing the momentum shift a little bit, trying to get the crowd back into it.
And River Valley's got the end line bleachers back in play here after a couple games suspension of that. It's not even a big Dodgeville crowd here tonight. Not their traditional rowdy support. And maybe signifying the downturn of events at Dodgeville volleyball this year. Who knows?
Well, wait till basketball season. Where, good team or not, they're going to be coming to the game. These gyms are usually packed. Good thing we got such high capacity in this new gym.
Yep.
Oh, just out.
Oh.
That was
just
close.
out, no touch. Point for Dodgeville. 12-8 now. River Valley desperately needs a side out. Oh, short serve, Anliker there. Picks it up, Ederer coming, tip, and down. Gets it over Van Epps' outreached arms. Side out River Valley. Anliker and Crook make the substitutions. Eight serving 12. River Valley down by 4 here in game 2.
Oh, she had a lot in that one.
Gilmore with some smoke out of the middle there. Again, Peckham not having the blocking ability that Laura Anliker does. That middle opens up quite a bit. As Ganser comes in, Gilmore takes a seat, earns a break on the side out. Just noticing Dodgeville's only got 11 players in their rotation here tonight. Crook, Bindl tips it over. Litchfield down.
Right over the top.
Going to call Peckham on the net.
Didn't seem to matter.
Right into the front of Steph Bindl's body there. Point and 5-point lead for... Oh, and Litchfield dominating at the net there. The overpass by Linz. Easy pickings. Game point now. 14-8 for Dodgeville.
The guy trails 14-8. Hey, that
out!
That was close. That was between both Crook and Dedrick.
Dedrick and Crook, neither one was talking, and nobody was calling out, and they...
Fortunately.
Where one of the few times that miss and non-communication will work for you, they let that one go. Mizey in, Linz out, side out River Valley.
That'd have been the game if
Hammer served by Ganser back there. Steph Bindl puts it deep. Van Epps has got to run. Oh! And they get Schaff on the ugly, ugly hit. Point for River Valley.
That one.
Well, that all starts with the serve, because the serve deep gets a bad pass. Van Epps has got to run like crazy for that. And so she gets it to set behind Schaff, and Schaff can't do anything with it. There's again miscommunication.
They're going to call it out. That is out. Point River Valley. They now only trail by 4.
Line judge kind of sleeping down there, but again, the pass from behind him. Van Epps in the middle. Litchfield tip. Ederer pokes it up.
Smart play
Deep
by
push
Bindl.
by Bindl.
Litchfield.
Off the block from Peckham there. Coming out to Ederer. Off the block and down.
Kill for Ederer.
3 in a row for River Valley. They've cut the lead from 14-8 to 14-11.
Cut it in half.
On the serve. Oh, and timeout for Dodgeville.
Trying to take
Kathy Bramlett wants to break momentum. So again, we'll see if her strategy works, and this is where, as a coach, you tell your server, keep it up. And especially where you want your quarterback, your setter, to come out, set the tone, get the serve in, make Dodgeville earn a side out here. Kathy Bramlett telling her team, let's get the side out, let's get the point, let's get out of this game. We need the win.
Well, this would be a tough hole for Dodgeville to climb out of if they were to lose this game.
If they drop this game with a 6-point lead, that might break them, being down 2 games on the road to a very hyped-up River Valley team then. This is a smart timeout by Coach Bramlett. And she's taking a lot of time in the huddle here, too.
Really just cut down on the mistakes is what you tell them.
And here they come. They're out of the huddle. River Valley having used both of their timeouts, and Dodgeville only using one of theirs. Steph Bindl to serve. Nice job, keeps it in. Nothing fancy, the slide. Crook with the dig. Dedrick from the back row.
Oh, she looked like she'd have that one.
Nice, oh, and Masters not able to get her hand on it. Point for Valley, 14-12.
Only 2 behind now. Get a couple of points, and they're going to force Dodgeville
nice
to score
float serve. Nothing there. They're just going to dink that one over.
Communication by River Valley.
Not a great setup by River Valley on the free ball there. Tip coming over. Bindl's there. Set Peckham. Drives it deep. Up high. Miscommunication. Deep poke from Shaw. Outside to Ederer.
Wow.
Off the block and down. Point for Valley. 14-13.
Ederer has been very impressive tonight, even against the much taller defender. She's been able to spike it right in their face.
I think somebody told Wendy Ederer this might be her last conference match, or this is her last conference match here at home. She's playing like she's possessed here tonight.
Much like the other River Valley players.
Off the block. Bindl gets a poke up in the air. Drive over by Peckham. Tip. Bindl's there to get it.
River Valley's very
Ederer to Meisy. Set it over. Keep it in play. Coming out wide to Shaw. Off the tip. Dedrick's got it up over the top. Litchfield not able to put it away. Peckham. Meisy just drives it over. Sends it deep. Van Epps is there. Shaw throws it into the net. Deuce is what we have. 14-14.
River Valley comes all the way back from a 14-8 deficit to tie it here. And they're putting some pressure on Dodgeville. I believe they want a timeout. Yes,
timeout. Kathy Brownlett taking the second one. She'll have one left at 14 all. Both teams getting additional timeouts. So Coach Rolke's got one to call now here. River Valley playing smart. They didn't get a lot out of it, but they just stuck around, kept the volley alive, waited for Dodgeville to mess up. Schaff let the soft set roll off her hand as she tried to roll it over into the net. Point for River Valley.
Thought they'd be in trouble a few times because they had perfect sets to their seems twin towers and Van Schaff and Litchfield, but they weren't quite able to hammer it home. They had some velocity on it, but River Valley was able to dig it out.
And River Valley able to get there some great digs out of that one. Steph Bindl punched one up, one-handed, way up in the air. Andrea Dedrick in the back row getting a couple of them up. Nice job all around.
They're spreading it out, though. They're not banging into each other. Their communication's right on right now.
They're getting there. And Steph Bindl still serving. She's put 6 in a row on.
She had, I believe, scored 6 last time, which pretty much made River Valley pull away in the game one.
Coming out of the timeout here. Nice
she had
serve.
power on that one.
Put some smoke on. Coming to Shaw. Outside, off speed. Ederer digs it up.
Ederer.
And down. Point for River Valley. Game point. 15-14.
Well, this would take the wind out of their sail. If River Valley can come back and win this one.
Steph Bindl's rolled off 7 straight points here. Amidst 2 timeouts, but that's tough to do. In the middle. Bindl digs it up. Meisy with a set. Peckham tip. Van Epps digs it up. Coming again.
Litchfield
out the door! River Valley comes back and wins 16-14. They've taken the first 2 games, something they've struggled with all year long, winning the first game. Even though they come back in the second game, they win 16-14.
Well, River Valley looks like they're on their way to a stunning upset so far. I don't want to speak too early, though.
Don't run away from us too quick, folks. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this exciting match between River Valley and Dodgeville. They include Cardinal IG, Community Bank, Jewel and Associates, Cardinal CG, Royal Bank, Kramer Brothers, Richland Limited, Don Larson Chevrolet, Arthur's, The Home News, Dennis Olson American Family Insurance, the Spring Green Medical Center, the Spring Valley Inn, River Valley Mobile, the Round Barn, and Schluter Construction. We'll be back with Game 3 in just a moment. Back for Game 3, Adam Jacobus joined by Mark Kramer. As River Valley has stunned Dodgeville, blowing them out in the first game and coming back, taking the 16-14 decision after being down by 6 points. And Dodgeville served for game point on a couple of those, including the miscommunication there that almost fell in. Fortunately, the game point serve was out of bounds. As Dodgeville draws first blood here in game 3.
You got to think that Dodgeville's got the wind knocked out of them right now because they're up 14-8. They just could not close the gate. River Valley came very close to losing that game. They come all the way back and they win it 16-14.
Same starting lineups for both teams on the floor. Oh, Kate Peckham threw up a hand just to try and pop that one up and popped it a little bit too hard. 2-0 Dodgeville here. We got Aaron Van Epps on the floor, Sarah Ganser, 45 Litchfield, Sarah Litchfield, 44 April Shaw. 17, Georgia Masters, as Schaaf goes into the net. She's only been off and on tonight. She's had a lot of roll shots into the net, as well as a few hard ones.
Yeah, she made a few big mistakes in the last game. Been really close to would have maybe turned the story around.
And number 24, Kristen Mellum, is on the floor for Dodgeville as well. For River Valley, Wendy Ederer, number 15 to serve. Andrea Crook, Steph Bindl. That one goes out. Candace Misey, Kate Peckham, and Andrea Dedrick on the floor for Valley, as we're going to get substitutions. We're going to get Smith in, Ashley Smith in, and April Schaaf takes a seat on the bench.
We're Valley down 2-1 early in this game. Usually they've jumped out.
Oh, that falls in there for a point. Oh, there's the little dance. I didn't see the whole little swing thing. You never tell me about that one. Dodgeville's up 3-1 now here in game number 3. Ooh!
That hit the net, I think.
How did that one get there? Oh, that one is over the top, and they're going to call it. Side out to River Valley. 44, Mellum was way over on that one as Stephanie Bindl went up to try to make a play. And until the ball is hit on the third time, you cannot initiate contact unless the ball is being driven over on that side of the net. Sarah Litchfield breaking the plane, just like in the NFL. Kate Peckham to serve, and
Peckham with a nice dig. Ederer way back on her back foot.
Laura Anliker in the game now in the middle for River Valley. Peckham digs it up. Anliker pokes it over.
Mellum.
Off the block. Ederer gets it up. Oh, Anliker not able to get it. You know, I just thought of something to the rally in the second game. Laura Anliker was sitting on the bench that entire time for that rally.
That's not good for if you're a Dodgeville fan.
Yeah, you'd expect that to come with the power hitting of Laura Anliker in the middle. But a great testimony to the team to get that stuff done on their own without the super sophomore in the front row. They really scrapped that game out, being down 6 points and facing elimination from game point there. 3-1, Dodgeville serving. As they have number 22, Shelby Rideout, in the game.
Peckham had some smoke on that one.
Roll shot. Oh, Dedrick not able to get there. She saw it coming, not able to make the play on the ball. As 21, Layla Gilmore just roll shots it in there. 4-1. 3-point lead for Dodgeville. Nice serve from Rideout there.
Anliker can't get it over the
staying
top.
alive.
Nice save.
Digs and punching it out on the blocks. There's Gilmore. Tip. Oh, she's done it twice. Dedrick and Misey were there, and Coach Roelke wants a timeout. Her team down by 4 here in the early going. Dodgeville leading 5-1. Kathy Bramlett's a little bit more peppy this timeout. She's liking it. Coach Roelke says, hey, let's turn the tide. And you really hate to see 2 tips in a row coming out in the middle and not getting either one of those. Means that she's intimidated by the middle block. She's going easy. The 2 wings got to adjust to that one. Get there, get that ball.
Yeah, as you said, River didn't get at the end of the second game. They didn't have Anliker in the whole time during that rally, and it didn't seem that Dodgeville was using their size to their advantage. We're getting up in the net, and River just had free shots at them, and they were digging all those tips, as you said. They were doing a great job. I don't know, they're not getting them right now, and Dodgeville again is intimidating them up front.
And Shelby Rideout, the sophomore outside hitter playing the back row. She's doing a great job. She's got some hammer on that serve that she's got there. River Valley still with their starting rotation on the floor. Dodgeville players having a little fun in the back row.
Oh, that's going to be...
Peckham puts that out. Ederer chases it down.
What a save.
Anliker puts it over. Nice hustle there.
I was thinking that was going to be an ace.
In Ederer with the dig. Perfect. Dedrick puts it down, and with the carry. Dodgeville crowd doesn't like it, but side out to River Valley. They broke it. And Jennifer Lynn's in. Candace Misey out. Lynn's to serve. River Valley in a 4-point hole here. Nice serve. Masters got a run for it. There's the roll shot by Dedrick. Tip coming over. Bindl's there. Oh! On two, Laura Anliker right there. Hammers it down. Point for Valley. 2-5 now they trail.
They trail by more.
Nice. Excuse me, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, confident they can come back. A 4-point lead, 4-point deficit early in the game is not going to phase them much.
Yep. Bindl with the tip. Power tip from Gilmore.
Wow.
Anliker.
He was in the...
Anliker gets the point. The play before, Masters had tipped it over, but Bindl was right there, put it up, expecting Anliker to come and set it up, push it out to Dedrick on the far side. She said, nuts to that, nice set. I'm going to crush it. And then she gets another one right there. Oh, Gilmore says, enough of being intimidated. I'm going to put it by her. Nice hammer on the cross side there. Anliker not able to see where the shoulder was going, but River Valley cut in 2 points. They only trail by 2, 5-3 now.
That one goes 20 off of Ederer's forearms, and that goes for an ace.
There might have been one she could have left for Peckham, but she stepped in, and as she did, it kind of sent her arms too far, passed the ball, hit off the side of her arm, shanked it into the ground.
Interesting name for the Dodgeville server, Georgia Masters, I think it is. Apologize if I mess up the name. Don't see that kind of name very often.
Oh, and there's Dedrick going cross court, puts it down. In between 4 defenders, 2 on the block, 2 on the floor. The referee thought Coach Rolke was calling timeout there and got a little too excited. 6-3, Dodgeville is up, but Dedrick to serve.
Set out to Mellum.
Oh, nice communication there. Bindl heard lands with it. Oh, right out, puts it up deep. Got to poke it over. Peckham steps up on the free ball. Go in the middle, 2. Off the tip. Coming outside.
Oh, nothing they could do off that one.
Anliker trying to do a little bit too much. Bindl probably would have had trouble running it down, but Anliker put her hand up there, got called for the carry. Schaff back in. Ashley Smith out. And number 24, Kristen Mellum serving for Dodgeville, up 6-3.
Got a lot on that one.
Peckham keeps it alive. Nice drive. Oh, but out. Just missed the sideline deep in the court. 7-3 to Dodgeville. So Dodgeville matching their largest lead of this game at 4 points. Nice serve again by Mellum.
Nice tip by Ederer.
Tip by Ederer. Oh! Stephanie Bindl in the front row with the hammer crush.
I'm not going to see that very often from Bindl.
5'3" there, folks, coming down, and that's the beauty of having a setter in a 5-1 offense. When she's in the front row, she can jump up and attack it, and most times you don't expect it. But let's give credit to Kate Peckham. She came up out of the back row, got the tip, put it up in the air, right to where Steph Bindl was. She decided to put it away. Oh.
You could see her eyes were wide open on that one. She couldn't believe how wide open the lane was, and she took advantage.
Gilmore was coming for that one, as we're going to see Rideout come out now and Sarah Litchfield come in. So she relieved of duties in the back row. But Gilmore had just smoked a couple of them here in the last couple points. That one, Jennifer Lins is still seeing her light flash before her eyes. That one came at her with a lot of authority.
Wow.
Oh, and Dedrick got caught on that one. Oh, and I missed her little dance again. Sarah Ganser smoking that one. Coach Rolke calls timeout.
Just a little twist, not much to it, really.
As Dodgeville goes up by 5 here in Game 3. River Valley lead the match 2-0. So I suppose if we had to be worried about it, they can go to 5 games, but you'd really like to close them out in 3. Don't give them any sparkling of hope.
Especially when you're playing a team supposedly is one of the best in the SWAL.
Well, and Dodgeville just perennially one of those powerhouses. They're out there all the time.
Always played with us tough, even when we were a team going to state in those 2 great years.
Well, and Dodgeville having been there shortly before that, winning 2 Division III titles in a row. And we believe winning the Division III title just last year again as well. Of course, Division III competition a little bit less than defining the heavy part of SWAL Conference. Touched by, Bindl got that one. Litchfield got the block at first. River Valley dug it up. Bindl tried to tip it up. And Litchfield swatted it out of bounds, side out River Valley. And we got Steph Bindl back in the server box. She's the one that scored 8 straight for River Valley to win out game 2. Nice serve. Here comes Litchfield. Tip in the middle. Ederer gets it up. Mizey, Peckham. Oh, right back in the block, Litchfield, but Peckham digs it up. Pokes it deep that time. Coming middle. Tip again. Oh, nice vision by Litchfield. She was going middle. Saw Ederer cheating in. Cut it back to the outside. Drops in right on the line. Side out to Dodgeville. Oh, Dedrick suckers up another one.
Dedrick's had some trouble in the back row.
The float serve there, it's getting to her. It's a float with power, so it doesn't have a lot of spin on it, but it will move like a knuckleball on you. Take the wind currents and float around. That one comes up short. Peckham with it.
Oh, that was a break for Dodgeville.
Oh, my goodness, it's still alive. Everybody's reset now.
Schaff wanted that one.
Oh, my goodness. Peckham with the tip. Litchfield puts it up. Back over. See another great volley here. Peckham going on the tip. Puts it down.
Nice to win a volley like that. That might get River Valley going.
Wow, Dodgeville thought it was down twice there. River Valley poked it back up, kept it alive. Both teams got their feet, and River Valley was able to tip it over. Tate Peckham doing a nice job over the bigger 6'1" Litchfield there.
Oh, came out funny off of her knuckle.
Ugly pass there. Dedrick inside the net. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't call anybody there. Oh, what was that?
Oh, River Valley couldn't take advantage.
Schaff wasn't quite sure what had happened there. She thought she was in the net, I am thinking. But a little celebration. Side out to Dodgeville. Schaff out. Smith in. A 6-point lead, the largest of this game for Dodgeville.
Brings in Ashley Smith.
Crook shanks that one. Bindl able to track it down. Ederer pokes it over. Coming in the middle of this.
Litchfield
gets it. Nice roll shot by Ederer from the back row. And wide. Mellum. Crook's there. Peckham pokes it over. Masters with the set. Tip. Oh, Litchfield puts it down right in that hole. And Litchfield's good enough. She's got River Valley off balance. If she's going to tip middle, she's going to tip outside. She sees the defender moving, and she's able to gauge it. That time she got both wings on their heels. Boy, River Valley's passing just gone to pieces in this game.
Well, they now fall in another hole here. They're down to 11-3.
Another 8-point deficit. And I don't know if River Valley's got it in their tanks this game here. That one goes out of bounds. That'll help you. Thank you, Miss Smith. Anliker and Crook swap up, so maybe we'll get a burst of enthusiasm from Laura Anliker off the bench. Kate Peckham, the senior, to serve. Floats that one in there. Masters got a run for it. Roll shot by Mellum. Coming out to Dedrick. Gets it through the block. Up. Here comes Mellum again. Oh, got Peckham to get that one. Oh, and Steph Bindl too far. Momentum carried her into the net. Just kind of trying to jump up there and pole vault stop herself off of her right foot. Not able to do it that time into the net. Side out to Dodgeville. And we're going to see Gilmore in, as well as 22 Shelby Rideout. As Litchfield gets to sit now instead of playing the back row, trying to keep her fresh for the middle. That one's out. Right out, hits it long. Tanya Pretsch now into the game. Going to give Jennifer Linz a little bit more of a break. Try and cure some of this mispassing. Tanya Pretsch, the junior back row specialist.
They could use some back row help right now.
Yep. Gilmore in the middle. Ouch.
That had to be one of the most powerful hits we've seen so far in this match.
Wow, she's just unloaded some bombs in this game here. Boy, and you really need to get a body on her. Anliker's up there smiling. She noticed that she got the better over that time. Coming Ederer from the back row, drives it over. Masters the set. Mellum goes line. Peckham's there, digs it up. Coming Ederer in the back row again. Puts it down.
Ederer answers right back. This is their senior night. She's not going to let it go to waste.
What are they calling here?
I guess.
I don't know. Looked like he was telling them to steal third there, Skip. I'm not quite sure what that one was about, but side out River Valley. Dedrick to serve. Right out. Shanks that one up. Doesn't get there. Point for Valley. Mellum not able to do anything with it. And ball is lost in the stands there temporarily. Point for River Valley.
Trying to come back from a 7-point deficit right now.
Well, it was 8, so they're bit 1 into it. Down by 7. 4-11 is the service order. Nice shank again. Oh, it's still alive.
Oh.
Keeps it in there. See if they can go to it. Ederer roll shots. Keeps it alive. Gilmore up in the ceiling. Peckham's got it. Bindl pokes it over. Keeps it alive. Coming to Gilmore again. Tip. Oh, Ederer went down hard for it. But got it with a spin on it. Rolling towards the bleachers. Out of bounds. Side out Dodgeville. Let's see, Smith out and number 4, Sarah Ganser in the game here.
Well, looked like River Valley was going to get an ace on that one.
Wow, what a great serve by Andrea Dedrick.
Yes.
That one goes out for Dodgeville. They missed 2 in a row now.
Well, that's going to keep them from putting this game away. You don't want to let River Valley hang around.
Anliker back in, or out. Crook back in. He's in there to serve now.
As long as River Valley hangs around, the more confidence they're going to get. They already got plenty of it. Leading 2-0 in this match.
Yep. Oh, that one misses. You hate to see that out of your seniors. You got to get those into play, especially when you're down by 7. Litchfield in, and 24 Mellum into the game. Oh, excuse me, Mellum must have come in last time. Now it's Ganser, number 4. It's hard to see. These girls roll their T-shirt sleeves up, and it's hard to see what number is what coming into the game. 11-4 the service for Ganser. That one goes long. And Steph Bindl. Pretsch out, Mizey in. Tanya Pretsch did a nice job providing some stability in the back row. Got through without too much of a problem. Ederer, Peckham, and Bindl in the front, or Mizey in the front row. Oh, nice serve from Steph Bindl. Litchfield has to drive it over. Oh! Dedrick and Crook going at that one together. Crook called it, but Mizey probably had the better angle and should have let her take that one. It's hard to think geometry when you're playing back row on the volleyball court, though. Crook digs that one up. Nice. Oh, they're going to call Mizey on the carry. She got her fingers were pretty loose underneath the point for Dodgeville. 12-4 now.
Well, they were in this position before. Couldn't slam the door.
Coming to Mizey again. Now that one's in the tape. Nothing doing. 13-4. Dodgeville 2 points away from taking their first game of the match. And we're going to see Crystal Schreiner in the game for Candace Mizey now.
First time Crystal's entered this match.
Yeah, Crystal was a regular rotation in here, and don't know quite what happened to her tonight, but she trying to get her arms warmed up here as she comes in the game for the first time tonight.
Oh, nice save.
Oh, nice job. Bindl gets it. Oh, Andrea Dedrick from the back row. Wow.
Litchfield nearly knocked it right back at her.
Crystal Schreiner picking it up there. Coming to Ederer. Drives it over off of Litchfield. Oh, Peckham gets caught twice there. Schreiner not able to get in. Game point now for Dodgeville. Oh, Peckham shanks that one, and that ends that game. 4-15, River Valley on the losing end.
River Valley wasn't able to put them away in the third game, but still has a 2-1 lead in this match.
Dodgeville hanging on. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. They are Cardinal IG, Community Bank, Jewel & Associates, Cardinal CG, Royal Bank, Kramer Brothers, Richland Limited, Don Larson Chevrolet, Arthur's, The Home News, Dennis Olson American Family Insurance, Spring Green Medical Center, the Spring Valley Inn, River Valley Mobile, the Round Barn, and Schluter Construction. We'll be back with Game 4, Dodgeville and River Valley. We're back for Game 4, River Valley leading 2-1 here over the Dodgeville Dodgers. Dodgeville coming back, winning commandingly 15-4 in Game 3. River Valley not able to mount a comeback at all during that game. And really their problem was poor passing on the serve-receive end. A lot of shanks, a lot of bad hits in the net. And when you give away easy points to the opposing team like that, it makes their job a lot easier. They don't have to earn the win.
Yeah, pretty much a sloppy performance all around in that game. Much different from the second game when they came back from 14-8 deficit to take a 2-0 lead in this match. Bindl sets out to Ederer.
Power tips down the line and in. Point for River Valley. That's a good start, and Andrea Crook getting it with the dig there. Both teams with the same starting lineup. Bindl, Crook, Dedrick, Meisey, Peckham, and Ederer for River Valley. Litchfield, that's 4 hits. Pretty dangerous on that one. As Litchfield, I think, hit that one down. And River Valley trying to get over Meisey and Ederer trying to get the third hit to send it out. Oh, short serve by Van Epps. Nice job by the senior.
Again.
Do they do a little dance? Do they do a little swirly thing? I keep looking down here. Ganser, Litchfield, Masters, Mellum, Schaaf, and Van Epps on the floor for Valley.
Oh, bad
for
set.
Dodgeville. Oh, Steph Bindl kept that inside the antenna in play.
Yeah.
And Schaaf puts it into the net again. If I had $1 for every time she's done that tonight, I could go buy myself a good dinner here. Ederer to serve. River Valley tied up at 1 here with Dodgeville in game number 4. Bindl pokes that one up. Ederer sends it over on free ball. Coming back. Dedrick sets it up. Coming back to her. Off the block on 2. Dug up by Van Epps. And kept alive from the back row by Mellum.
Should have let it go.
Oh my goodness! Bindl keeps it alive. Still settles down. Here we come to Meisey on the weak side.
Yeah.
Puts it through off Van Epps. Kill.
That gives
Point for River Valley. Wow, both sides looked like it was going down. A last-ditch diving play sends it over from both sides. What hustle.
Yeah, River Valley showing that scrappiness that the dude did late in the second game.
Wow.
So.
There was so much action, the ref on the floor broke the pencil that he writes with there. Oh, what an ugly set. Ederer from the back row. Wow. Right back to her. Coming in the middle, Dedrick has to free ball that one over. Coming in the middle, Litchfield tip. Dedrick's there this time. Meisey with the tip. Litchfield sets it back to Masters. Coming along to Dedrick on the strong side. Tools the block, falls in. 3-1. Point for River Valley.
I don't know what kind of pep tap Relke gave, but it's working so far.
Maybe she threatened to sing the national anthem again here. I don't know.
That might have helped, actually.
3-1, River Valley jumping out to the quick lead, something they haven't done the last 2 games. Had to fight back and win 16-14, scoring the last 8 points in Game 2 to win that, take a 2-0 lead. Van Epps.
That's going to be 4. River Valley is now leading 4-1 early in this 4th game.
Dedrick, nice smash, and Kathy Bramlett wants timeout. Dodgeville down, and they've got to win the next 2 to win this match. River Valley up 4-1. Oh, what great volleyball we're seeing here tonight. Another classic River Valley Dodgeville matchup.
Yeah, River Valley in this game, there's a lot of volleys back and forth, some pretty impressive on both teams. Dodgeville's really giving it their all now. They're not playing complacent or coming out flat. Still making a lot of mistakes out there, but you could just say River Valley's playing a great game.
Yeah, River Valley's really fired up. This is their last home match. Seniors night tonight. Trying to honor them some. And underclassmen would like nothing better than send them out with a victory over Dodgeville. How'd you like to do that your senior year when you're the varsity star? Win over Dodgeville. You can tell your grandchildren about that one here. That's how fabled these matchups get sometimes.
Surprised I don't see as many Dodger fans out there. Figured they'd pretty much walk all over us, I guess.
Yeah, I just thought, now we'll stay home. We'll listen to it on the radio and call it a night here. Peckham with the tip. Off, Litchfield digs it up on the second hit. Ganza sends it over, hit number 3, free ball. Dedrick coming the strong side. Roll shot deep. Poked up Van Epps. Oh, somehow she kept it alive. Oh.
She got lucky on that one.
Steph Bindl vacated her defensive position a little bit too early that time, and the defense kind of caught in the middle. That one was kind of a goofy shot, but fell in. Works for Dodgeville. Shape out, Smith in to play the back row. Dodgeville trailing by 3.
Ederer handles it.
Peckham in the middle. Oh!
I don't think that serve was that set was quite high enough for.
Well, they were running a different set there, Mark. They're calling what's a 3. It's the hitter's going towards the net as the ball is going to the setter. So it's a real quick one, and it's meant to be low. But Litchfield did a nice job spotting that one out, reading what the play was, going with the hitter instead of with the setter. So coming back, Mizey off the block. Peckham keeps it alive. Oh, and it falls in. Litchfield and Masters not knowing who's got the defensive responsibility on that one. Anliker coming in. She wants a piece of this action. River Valley up 4-2.
River Valley leads 4-2 right now. Like you just said, boost by Anliker could maybe get River Valley to run away with this one.
First and foremost, they're just passing the serve a lot better this game.
Yeah,
Stephanie Bindle's not running for anything. Nothing's going to the net. Coming back. Ganser, they're going off the block of Anliker, they're going to call. Coming in. Oh, just long on the cross shot from the weak side by Mizey. Need to snap the wrist, get that spin on it there. Side out to Dodgeville, and Gilmore, the big arm that Dodgeville traditionally has, comes in. She's hit some rockets tonight. Ganser goes out. And Gilmore's just a sophomore. We'll be seeing a lot more of her. She got this talent as a sophomore. Good heavens, watch out.
Wow.
As Dedrick puts it in and down.
Another sophomore phenom.
Well, I tell you, there are going to be some great matchups in the years to come of Anliker and Dedrick versus Gilmore here. And Tanya Pretsch back into the game for Mizey, replacing Jennifer Lins here. Pretsch with the serve. Gilmore blocked by Anliker.
Wow.
Fists it over. Hangs up on the tape. Back row, Litchfield. No, not able to get it. 4 hits. Point for River Valley. 5-2 now, the score. I couldn't have done a better movie trailer for that setup there. Just talking about Gilmore Anliker, and there go head-to-head.
Oh, a nice dig.
Ederer gets it down in the corner. Wow, what a hit from the back row by Wendy Ederer.
Well, River Valley now leads 6-2.
Boy, River Valley hasn't had a 4-point lead since game 1. Now they're up there trying to take it to Dodgeville. Pretsch gets it up. Dump over by Bindl is all she could go to. Coming to Gilmore. Roll shot. Oh, no. Anliker trying to go on 2 like she did the previous game, but nothing there. That time she rolls it into the net. Comes back at her for a double hit.
Right now They had 6-2. Trying to run away with this one.
Georgia Masters. And not Georgia spent the conventional way.
Wow.
Hader, I think that one hit Gilmore in the face there. Through the net. She put that much force on it.
Gonna knock the net over. She keeps that up.
Point for Dodgeville. 6-3 the score now. River Valley leads. Anliker in the middle. Off of Gilmore.
Oh, right over. River Valley's going to get.
And in the net, Gilmore they're going to get. Side out River Valley.
Bindl went toe-to-toe with Gilmore there. Gives up about 7 inches, but was fearless on that play.
Got the hit. Steph Bindl, all-around classic volleyball player. Even at that height, she's a classic setter. Does a great job. Peckham to Bindl. Ederer on the 3.
Yeah.
Tips. Puts it down. Point for Valley, 7-3. 4-point lead again for River Valley. River Valley trying to use some new stuff out of their arsenal here. Oh, it's Gilmore comes in there. Wow. And River Valley trying to block the middle with just Laura Anliker there. They may want to think of sending Steph Bindl in to help her out with that one.
Well, River Valley leads 7-3 as Gilmore stops that little rally that would have started.
Mellum to serve for Dodgeville. Smith out. Schaaf back in. April Schaaf. Shaw. Kretsch not with the best one, but she sends it over. Gilmore tips. Anliker pokes it back over, keeps it alive. Schaaf off the block. Anliker pokes it back over again. Nice job on the net. Peckham steps up. Nice slide. Roll shot. The set wasn't quite there for Anliker. Oh, and Gilmore puts it down again. Wow.
He's been their star so far in this match.
Wow, they are not missing Julie Green as much as they thought they would here. Julie Green, the senior, suspended from the team this year by Dodgeville. Ederer coming.
Right back
oh,
down, but that's going to be out.
No, rolls tape and just comes out long on the side. Point for Dodgeville. They're cut River Valley's lead to 2, 5-7 now. Good serves. Oh, that one's high and hard.
But she kept it in.
Ederer keeps it alive. Pokes over by Anliker. Back on 2. Gilmore puts it away, and Coach Rolke wants a timeout.
River Valley leads cut to 1, 7-6. Dodgeville not going to go away easy.
Boy, what a lot of scrap in this here. We're seeing a lot of hustle plays by both teams. Running for the ball, keeping it in play, keeping it alive, even when it looks like it's gone out of play and beyond hope.
That was an impressive play by Ederer. Went to the other side. Looked like she stepped over to the line. Was able to keep it in balance for River Valley. A very awkward play, but very nearly worked.
Well, and brought it back on the second hit to her side of the net. Able to leave Laura Anliker just to poke it over, keep it alive. But, wow, what hustle plays here tonight by both squads. If we're not careful at 7-6, halfway through Game 4, we could be headed towards Game 5. River Valley would love to close it out now. Because Game 5, that'll take back all the emotion, all the momentum that they earned getting the first 2 games. River Valley, again, nursing that timeout all the way down to 1 minute there.
Much like Dodgeville has done so far in their timeouts. Dodgers team looks in free spirits, however. They're not overly worried right now.
Nope. They're kind of hanging in there, and playoffs starting next week in regionals. And for the first time ever, they're having a seeded regional schedule rather than a random draw at the beginning of the season when nobody knows what any teams will look like. River Valley will play Monroe, and the winner of that game will move on to play the winner of Platteville and Prairie du Chien. So
Gilmore.
Oh, Gilmore into Peckham. Gets called for the carry. She was thought she was safe, thought Anliker was out. She'd have free reign at the net. Peckham gets up, stuffs that lazy drive over. 8-6 River Valley, back up by 2. Schaaf on the outside. Oh, puts it down the line. Pass Andrea Crook. Andrea got caught in her feet where she was going. Nice job by Schaaf to disguise where she was driving that ball. And Gilmore comes out. And number 4, Sarah Ganser in, but that means that the 6'1" senior, Sarah Litchfield's in the middle. And that's not any joy for anyone to see either. Oh!
I think that hit the net.
Hit the net, shaved the top. Wow, I thought that was too good to be true, and it was. Kretsch out, Mizey in. Wow, what a hammer smoke serve from Ganser, but just grazed the top of the net. With the headphones on here in the booth, we're not able to hear it, so maybe the ref caught something, but he's also got his hands on the tape.
Hit the net again.
Got that one. Steph Bindl not able to come back with one of her patented rallies. River Valley up by 2.
Could have used her serves there to maybe run away with this one.
Aaron Van Epps, the senior, drives that one. Oh, Dedrick is just not having a good 2 games here.
Not in the back row, anyways.
Not in the back row, yeah. She's a little bit off there. And that one falls in. Crook and Dedrick not communicating. And, maybe time for Coach Rolke to sub in, get somebody else in there to play for